Hey guys, in this video we are going to discuss the top 10 vegetables and herbs that you can regrow from scraps. So stick to the end of the video because in the end we'll discuss some amazing tips for gardening that you need to know as well. Basil is at number 10. Basil comes in a lot of varieties and it grows best in the summer and spring seasons. You can regrow it from seed or buy a small plant initially. They grow rapidly in external conditions. However, indoors can be challenging because it requires proper warmth, humidity, and of course water. The best part about this plant is that it can grow in both containers, either small or large. However, an 8-inch deep pot can produce the best results. Basil is an annual plant and thus completes its life cycle in a year. This means that you need to wait for 365 days after planting a seed. Number 9 is rosemary. Do you know that the first rosemary plant was planted almost 7,000 years ago? These plants are thus one of the earliest edible forms on the earth. Amazing, isn't it? Rosemary grows happily in loam soil, where it requires a good sunbath and proper sanitary conditions. It is frequently propagated from stem cuttings and thus it's quite easy to regrow in your house garden or simple soil pots. But you might be wondering, what is loam? Loam is the soil that contains 40% sand, 40% silt and 20% clay. This soil is ideal for domestic planting. A little bit of mild fertilizers added can enhance the yield quality. It grows well in ideally neutral or slightly alkaline pH conditions. Rosemary is an ornamental plant, which means that it is used in decors and designs. Also, its needle-like leaves can add beauty to your garden. Number 8 is oregano. Oregano is quite a famous herb used in Italian dishes. It adds flavour and aroma to roasted and fried, grilled veggies and red and white meat. It has a warm and slightly bitter taste which varies with the amount added. Best quality organic variety of oregano is even able to numb the tongue for a few seconds. But the types grown at houses are less flavoured because of the soil varieties. To regrow an oregano plant, from its cuttings you need to place it in a glass of water submerged up to 2 inches from its bottom. After about 4 weeks, the plant should be shifted to soil. Whether it's in the garden or a pot, it grows well in both. Besides its herbal and nutritional uses, oregano is also an ornamental plant that can produce pretty flowers and attractive colours for your garden. Number 7 is lettuce. Do you know that a single person in the USA eats 14 pounds of lettuce in a year? Such numbers for a type of salad are amazing. According to another survey, lettuce is the most common type of salad leaves that are used all over the world. As the consumption is high, it is easy to regrow as well. Only a piece of 2 inches is enough to regrow into 24 whole plants that can produce enough lettuce to satisfy your salad cravings for up to 6 months. But here is a concern. Some people wait for the leaves to grow bigger and broader in size. This is totally a wrong approach. You should harvest them when they are green, because as bigger they get, the nutrients deteriorate and the leaves change into flowers, resulting in low yield. Thus, they should be consumed when they are fresh and medium-sized. Number 6 is celery. Celery is rich in nutrients and is a really effective detox salad that helps to lose weight as well. So instead of purchasing it regularly, why not grow this weight loss salad at home? All you need to have is a bunch of celery. Cut it from the bottom, at least 2 to 3 inches away from the root. Use the stem in salads and plant the root portion. For planting, it is good to remove the outer buds of the vegetable as the inner buds are more fresh and rich in energy that is essential for regrowth. Number 5 is arugula. Arugula is a plant that happily grows from scraps and is available throughout the year. It is enriched in calcium, iron, vitamin A, C and K. It is grown from seeds and is quite easily planted in pots of smaller surface area. The most amazing thing about this natural salad ingredient is that it takes only 40 days from seeding to harvesting. Although it does not need too deep soil to grow, but the deeper it gets, the longer will be the leaves. The plant requires acidic soil and at least 6 hours of full sun. Number 4 is leek. Leeks are quite famous among vegetarian circles because of their several health benefits. They are rich in potassium, and a recipe called leek and potato pie is a very famous cuisine. But do you know that leeks are one of the most easy growing veggies that you can regrow from kitchen scraps? How? Let's find out. Cut the leek from 2 centimeters above the root and use the stem in your food. Soak the root part in the water for 24 hours in sunlight. When you see the roots growing in size, place them into the pot deeply by making a hill around the base. Water it daily and enjoy seeing your tiny root lump growing again. Number 3, spring onion. Spring onions or scallions can be regrown easily from the scraps. You just need to place the bottom cut of the spring onion in the water with a little bit of green above the water. Place it in front of your window where adequate sunlight is available. Within 3 to 4 days, you will see the tiny leaflets coming out of it. You can keep on growing them like this, but studies found out that placing the plant of onion in water too long can make it lose its taste and aroma. Thus, it's important to shift them to pots or soil where they can retain enough nutrients from the fertilizer to get their taste and aroma. Number 2, chives. Chives are a group of herbs that is often confused with green onions, which is a completely different vegetable. Chives are the easiest plants to regrow. According to experts, chives regrow at a random patch of garden or soil bed. You can also grow them indoors as they require minimal care. They start growing after 30 days of planting and 60 days of seeding. Here comes the number 1. It is potato. Potatoes are perhaps the simplest vegetables to regrow. To regrow a potato, you just need to wait for the sprouting of eyes. Eyes are small white coloured shoots that grow randomly from the potato surface. When the eyes appear, cut the potato at least 4 to 5 inches in size with the eyes on it. Plant this directly into the soil and water it. That's all. Potato is ready to multiply in numbers. Due to their simple planting and frequent production in almost every part of the world, they are the most used vegetables in the world. According to a survey, Americans eat 140 pounds of potatoes every year, and this is the 5th largest crop in the world. Insane, right? Here are some gardening tips I guarantee you didn't know. Focus on leaves instead of fruits. A lot of people take care of fruits, but you might not know that fruit grows itself, but the leaf has to be cared for in its proper growth and development. Next is follow the sunshine. Gardening is like real estate. The location matters in both. Make sure that your plants get adequate light and warmth, not too high and not too low. Watering your plant with the 3-second rule. Do not water the plant on its entire body. Plants absorb 95% of the water from the soil. That's why you need to water the roots, but for 3 seconds only. When to water? It depends upon the weather. Whenever the plant seems to be dry, it's the appropriate time for a drink. Plant what you eat. People usually plant what is easy to grow. Instead, you should plant what you like to eat. The same question was asked to Timothy Hammond, an expert gardener and grower based in Jamaica. He replied that, ask your kitchen. Look for what you need to start cooking, because it's a great pleasure to cook your personally grown veggies and herbs. Another one is don't harvest, instead learn. Everything has its side of failures. You might fail several times, but it will add to your learning experience. I remember for the first time I potted some radishes and they grew into fruit, but I learned from my mistakes and resumed my gardening journey. So are you going to start regrowing veggies and herbs from today? Which of these plants do you have in your garden? Do share your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. With that said, stay safe, enjoy your gardening, and we'll catch you in the next one.